Hi, I am R. Pradeep Kumar. Know your IS code provisions. In this short lecture series, I am going to explain today torsional irregularity as given in IS 1893. So, which is in page number 14 and table number 5, torsional irregularity. So, when do we say building is torsionally irregular? So, we say building is torsionally irregular when center of mass and center of resistance does not coincide. So earthquake force is an induced force which acts at the center of mass, and the resistance is offered by the building through center of resistance. When these two doesn't match, then building tend to twist. So that is torsional irregularity. So let us see what code says and how to correct it. So let me share my screen. Know your IS code provisions. That is IS 1893 2016 part 1. And in that we are discussing this clause 7.1 regular and irregular configuration. Under that, in plan configuration, in plan irregularities, we are discussing this torsional irregularity. So plan irregularity in that torsional irregularity. So what code says is, usually a well-proportioned building does not twist about its vertical axis when the stiffness distribution of vertical elements resisting lateral loads is balanced in plan according to the distribution of mass in plan at each story. Now, let me take an example. So let's take example of this slab or this floor. So this slab is the weight of the slab is uniformly distributed, or mass is uniformly distributed, so that center of mass is exactly at geometric center. But here what I'm taking as an assumption is this 2K are like stiffness offered by vertical resisting elements along y direction, and this K and 3K are stiffness offered or resistance offered by these vertical resisting elements along x direction. Now we can clearly see in this one, along y direction building is stiffness distribution is symmetrical. That means what? If we push the building along y direction, it won't twist. But here, if we twist the building, if we push the building along x direction, as you can see here, center of resistance and center of mass are not on the same point, then building will twist. So that is in clockwise direction. Now the second example is this here, symmetry is there in x direction. So along x direction, so 2k distribution, so 2k distribution is there, so it is symmetrical. And along y direction, you can see on one side 3k is there stiffness, on another side k is there. So that means if center of resistance is towards this 3k. Now if we apply lateral force, or if we displace the building along y direction, then again building is going to twist in anti-clockwise direction. Again, this is irregularity, and there is a possibility of both the directions irregular. Okay. Now let's see what code says. So usually well-proportioned building does not twist about its vertical axis when this condition is met. When stiffness distribution of vertical elements resisting lateral load is balanced in plan according to the distribution of mass in plan at each story. And then there is a second thing also which code says is all floor slabs are stiff in their own plane. So now how this will happen? When this will happen? This will happen when the aspect ratio is usually less than 3. If aspect ratio is more than 3, so there is a possibility of flexible floor diaphragm. So a stiff floor diaphragm is aspect ratio less than 3. Now how to know that the building is torsionally irregular while doing analysis? So what code specifies is a building is said to be torsionally irregular when the maximum horizontal displacement of any floor in the direction of lateral force at one end of the floor is more than 1.5 times its minimum horizontal displacement at the far end of the same floor in that direction. So when I'm applying force in one direction, if building is twisting, building is torsionally irregular, what happens is it will not have rigid body, it will have motion in that play, in that direction, but displacements will not be same in two edges. So that is one clause. And the second one is one condition to decide whether building is torsionally irregular or not. And second one is this is related to eigenvalues or natural periods. So what code says is natural period corresponding to fundamental torsional mode of oscillation is more than those of the first two translational modes of oscillation along each principal planned directions. So if you take say x direction, y direction, and this theta direction, that is rotation. So let's take say tx, ty, and then t theta. So in tx direction, there is a first mode, second mode, third mode. So tx1, tx2, and in y direction, ty1, ty2, and z direction, the theta direction, t theta. So what code says is t theta should be, okay, the natural period corresponding to the fundamental torsional mode of oscillation is more. Okay, if t theta is more, if t theta is more than those of first two translational modes of oscillation along each principal direction. So if it is more than that, then torsionally it is regular. Okay, so yeah, so T minimum as a delta minimum along one edge and delta maximum along the second edge. And if delta maximum is greater than 1.5 times delta minimum, so building is torsionally irregular. Now, what to do if building is torsionally irregular? So there are three cases actually. One is if delta max is less than 1.5 delta min, that is one case. That means it is regular. And if delta max is more than 1.5 times delta minimum, so what code says is there are two ranges in that. One is in the range of 1.5 to 2, and second is more than 2. So in torsionally irregular buildings, when the ratio of maximum horizontal displacement at one end and the minimum horizontal displacement at the other end is in the range of 1.5 to 2, then what code says is the building configuration shall be revised to ensure that the natural period of fundamental torsional mode of oscillation shall be smaller than those of the first two translational modes along each principal planned directions. Okay, so it should be smaller than that, not greater than. Then second one is if we are continuing with that configuration, then three-dimensional dynamic analysis need to be performed. So that is what code says, and because of the forces arising due to additional due to torsion, that is due to eccentricity. And the second is more than 2, range more than 2. So then in 2, what code says is like building configuration has to be revised. So this is regarding torsional irregularity. And similar clauses are given in other international codes. So for example, New Zealand code. So what it describes is maximum displacement to ratio of maximum displacement to average displacement. If it is more than 1.4, then torsionally irregular. And in AC also maximum drift, ratio of maximum drift to average drift is more than 1.2, it is torsionally irregular. And extreme torsional irregularity is if the ratio is more than 1.4. So the intention of this short lecture is to help students and practicing engineers understand IS code provisions and then do their work in a better manner. So yeah, thank you.